It's fine, I guess. Hi.
Hello.
3 years ago, I bought my son his first car. It was about 10 years old, had 47,000 miles on it. I thought it'd be a good deal. The only issue was that the owner had died the year before, so the car had been sitting in his driveway all that time until his son decided to sell it. I knew the son a little bit. He said, I threw a new battery in. I had a buddy of mine who's a mechanic check it out. I think it'll be fine. So I bring it home on a Friday night and I tell my son, now you can't drive it until I get it fully inspected. Okay, Mom. Go to bed that night. Next morning, Saturday morning, I wake up. I'm going to go downstairs, have tea and a muffin, my day off. I look outside, light snow falling. I see that, but what I don't see is the car I bought the day before. So I go in my son's room and I wake him up and say, what happened? Of course, he hasn't slept most of the night because of what happened, so he proceeds to tell me that all he did was take the car into the next town to show his friend, but then his friend said, let's drive to Brookhaven to see this girl that I like. So they drove 20 miles to Brookhaven to visit this girl. They leave around midnight or so, I think, and not get very far, and then the car starts stalling out. So they're trying to deal with this. They wind up going through a stop sign, which would have been okay, midnight, Brookhaven, side street, cop right behind them. Pulls them over, he gets a ticket, and then they realize they can't even drive the car. So they go back down to this girl's house. The girl's mother has to drive them home at 1 in the morning. I'm sure she was about as thrilled as I was at 6:30 when I said, get dressed, we have to go to Brookhaven. So I'm driving down there, I call the AAA people figuring maybe I won't have to wait that long. Sure enough, we're not there very long. I hear the familiar rumble of the roadside assistance truck coming up the street. The guy jumps out, checks it out, says, yeah, you got a problem with your accelerator, but you can get it home. You're just gonna have to be 2-footing it the whole way. And I said, excuse me, what does that mean? And he said, well, you just have to keep 1 foot on the accelerator at all times, even when you're braking, so it won't stall out. I said, okay. So he leaves. I tell my son, here, you drive my car. I'm going to try this 2-footed technique. Well, I didn't get very far, as you can imagine, before this car stalled out like twice. I put my head in my hands and think, oh, God, I know I'm a loser, but just call me crazy, call me a 1-footed kind of girl, but there's something in me that just rebels against keeping my foot on the accelerator when you're supposed to stop the vehicle. So I thought, okay, I'm going to have to call them back. I'm going to have the car towed. Right at that moment, I'm not kidding, like a knight in shining armor, the guy, the roadside assistance guy, pulls back up. And he says, I thought I better check on you. You looked a little uncertain, but you know what? I'm going off shift. I'll drive the car home. Here, you take the truck and I'll follow you. Okay, the next thing I know, I am burning up the Blue Route in this rig belonging to a guy whose name I don't even know. He's behind me, 2-footing it in the lemon that I've obviously purchased, and somewhere behind him in this crazy parade is my son, who has managed to get his first moving violation within 8 hours of owning a car. So I thought, okay, I gotta concentrate here. The snow's still falling. The rear window is all fogged up, but I can't find the defroster because I'm trying to maneuver this machine. And so I get us home, and the guy was so nice. I gave him a big tip. I thanked him profusely, and I said, oh, it's really meant a lot to me that you helped me get home. And he said, yeah, it is probably a good little car once you get it inspected, but I gotta tell you, as he hands me the keys, the heater doesn't work, and when I tried to roll the driver's side window down, it got stuck halfway, but I'm sure there's not too many other things wrong with it, so, good luck. So we go inside, and my son is upset by the whole thing, so I said, just go back to bed, we'll deal with this later. So I finally sit down with my tea and my muffin that I was supposed to have had, hours before, and I thought, all right, the moving violation, and how many hundreds of dollars is this car going to cost me now, and what a hassle, what happened to my cozy Sunday, Saturday morning. But then, when I finally calmed down, I kind of leaned back in my chair, smiled a little to myself, and thought, I think I did pretty good hauling ass up the highway in that guy's truck. Thank you.